that you're bonding over. And for me, that was critically important. And for Robbie, it was as well. And his life, I mean, when I met him, there was very little eye contact. I could tell this was a person that was really struggling to understand where he fit in society. And then after we gave him Shadow, he started giving his testimony with me. He started speaking about his incarceration. He started speaking about his recovery. He started talking about his experience as a gang member. He started talking about all of these things. And you just saw him grow and grow. And I think he would tell you his experience was, as well as what mine was, is that I started to be able to love myself. You know, you can't have a dog like that, a bond with a dog like that is just feeding you undying, unconditional love, and not have some of it land, you know, and have you start to love yourself some. Yeah. And for me, that was my lifelong struggle, is loving myself. That is my lifelong struggle. But for whatever reason, when that blinding love is communicated through a dog's eyes and through a dog's body language, it lands. And you kind of feel yourself. I don't know if you've ever done this, but man, if I've had a day, I come home and I crawl on the ground with my beta, I just feel it. And you go, oh God, all right, good. Yeah. You know, and you root down into that love and you root down into that vibration. Yeah. Dogs have just the best vibration, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, to make a long story short, I saw when Robbie got out of prison, he had very little hope that he was going to succeed. There was not much, out there for him. You give him that dog and he starts to build confidence. He starts to build self-esteem. He starts to build experience. He starts to face fears that he didn't think he could face. And then all of a sudden we've hired him. And then after, he was our ranch manager, he went on to start his own organization called Strength of Shadow. So now he's, a formerly incarcerated gang member to a nonprofit, director and awesome. and making an incredible impact in his community. And so after that, I knew that we had to try to get rescue dogs into prison. And I knew that was something that if we could just figure out how to do it, it would change potentially tens of thousands of lives, and really give us a way to save a lot of dogs that otherwise couldn't be saved. But it was hard, man. We spent 4 years trying to get into the prison system. We started at Laredo County Jail in Kern County. We tried it to Tehachapi State Prison, and we just kept we were greeted with brick walls. I mean, there was no interest in not only dog programming, but really anything that was sort of pro-inmate or could be potentially viewed as pro-inmate. So when we finally had Warden David Long over at California City Correctional Facility, he took a gamble on us and he said, I love what you guys are trying to put together. Let's work on making this operational procedure fit, and I want you guys at my prison. And so January 2016, with the help of some of the best trainers on the planet, Leah Marquez, Lisa Porter, Kim Erickson, Sam Johnson, we were able to start that program. And we had 30 student inmates, 10 dogs right off the euthanasia list, living in that prison and rehabilitating every 3 months. So it's a 14-week long program. We send dogs basically from the shelter system, usually from the euthanasia list, and usually large young dogs. Wow. Like your dog. Wow. Those are the dogs that are being put to sleep at our shelters.
That's right.
And they're being put to sleep at our shelters because they don't have the skills to be adopted and stay adopted. Yep. Whether that's leash training, potty training, crate work, they might be reactive with other dogs. Yep. So there's so much that these dogs need to understand in order to get adopted and stay adopted. And that's what we were able to accomplish in the program.
And how do you, and I mean, there's so many parallels between, those dogs, the fear, the bigotry, how people perceive those kinds of dogs, and how people perceive these kinds of inmates. How do you choose